Today I'm going to be answering a subscriber's question. She asked, how do I deal with the no contact situation with my parents? Because she is trying to do the same with her parents, like just have no contact. And I mean, she is having now, but like how do I deal with it so she can have more clarity and maybe more guidance on how she can also deal with the situation. So I don't know if you guys know this, but like I haven't spoken to my parents since 2019, like zero contact. I haven't seen them, I haven't spoken to them. They don't follow me on social media. I don't follow them, so nothing. The only contact that I have with my family is my sisters, my siblings. So I have two sisters and one brother, but I only speak with my sisters. So two sisters. Um, but I mostly speak with one, and then she kind of speaks to them about me. She's kind of like the mediator of the family. And so how do I deal with this? It's not like I don't have any contact with family, but like I almost don't. We only speak maybe like once a month, once every 3 months through WhatsApp or through some messages when we need information, when we need something. Because obviously my siblings, they follow me on social media, so they know I'm alive. They know I'm okay. They don't need to say, hey, how are you? And they kind of learn to stay out of my life because I left for that reason, because I wanted to live my life freely. So we only connect. Um, Me and my siblings, we have a very good relationship. Like we just click, and we know how to respect each other's life because we're all very different. So So how do I deal with bringing up my siblings in regards to this distance that I have with my parents? Because I guess I do feel in some way connected to my parents through them, but even if I didn't have siblings, I would have done the same thing. But that did take a little bit of guilt. Like at least they have three other siblings that they're gonna have nearby. I mean, they're gonna grow up and probably leave the nest. My brother already did. He already left the nest several years ago, maybe like 1 or 2 years after I left. But like, my sisters, they're also going to leave the nest soon. But like that kind of took off some of the guilt that I had when I decided to leave my house and never come back and never speak to them again, because I really had this desire and have still this desire to live this original, free, authentic, um innovative life. Honestly, like why would I want to live a life that everyone is living? Obviously I do get inspired by social media and stuff. I think it's a blessing that we can have communication with people all around the earth, all around the globe. Like people 50 years ago, they didn't have access to internet, they didn't have access to fast communication. They had to like communicate through like digits or letters, but it was super limited. So now like we have so much information, like, use it to your advantage. So obviously I do get inspired, but like I really live off my own intuition, my own heart's desires. And it was my heart's desire to travel, to live my life moving and being in constant adventure and being just feeling happy every moment. Like if I wasn't happy, I would move. I would leave the relationship. I would move countries, I would move the city. Like I lived the most free life of my life ever since I left the USA, ever since I left my parents, and ever since I stopped talking to them. So how do I deal with it? Obviously, in the beginning, the first year. So it's been what, like almost 6 years since I haven't spoken to them. Obviously, in the very beginning, I did feel guilt. I did feel the pain. I feel like there was grieving. Obviously, it wasn't like, oh, like it's not like I just disconnected. Like there was a grieving, there was guilt on my side. And I know because I'm very empathetic, I'm very sensitive. I can do a lot of things online at a distance. Like I can do Reiki, I can do tarot readings. So I'm very sensitive to people's energy. And obviously I could feel that my parents, they were very, very sad for me. Like they were sad that I left the nest. They were sad that I didn't say goodbye. Like I didn't have a, I didn't say I'm leaving. I just left. I just left. They didn't get to hug me. We didn't like, I almost had that opportunity with my mom, but like she just yelled at me. She just got angry. She just blamed everything on me. And I'm like, this is why I'm leaving. You know, I'm like, I can't deal with this guilt trip, with this like toxic energy in my house. Like, they're never going to see my vision. They're never going to support me. They're never going to be happy for me. They're never going to be the support system that I need in my life, which is just be happy for me. Just be happy that I'm doing what makes me happy, you know? For once in your life, stop thinking about you, what makes you happy. So, you know, I just decided to leave. And how did I deal with that? Just keep being selfish, honestly. Like just keep choosing me, keep being selfish. And that grief, that sadness, I had to work through it with Ho'oponopono, with shadow work. Um, Unfortunately, my parents didn't live my life completely, like certain aspects of them, aspects like their personalities, their energies, traumas that I lived with them in my past, they were showing up in my current reality when I was traveling. Like they were showing up in male figures, they were showing up in female figures, they were showing up in my ex-partners. I feel like I had so many faces where like I feel like I was my mom, even though I'm not her. But like I had the same stress, the same like suppression energy, even though no one was suppressing me. It's just like it's really weird. But like I feel like I embodied her. Like she came with me through my body, and I feel like that was like a phase in my life, like maybe in 2020, where like my ex-partner from Barcelona, like he literally did everything in the house. He cleaned, he cooked, he did everything. And I just sat there and ate what he cooked. And we just traveled and he just took me everywhere. But like if he just told me once, can you please clean the dishes? You know, even though he cleaned them for like weeks, like I will get so humiliated. I'm like, why, you know, this energy of like being a servant of the house. So I had to like really work through these energies of shadow work, of like releasing these things that I inherited from my mom, that I observed from my mom, that I saw my mom go through because I was the first child. So obviously I was the most traumatized. And I was her confidant. She's, you know, I was like her support system. Anyway, so it's not that once you leave your family, it's like they're gone forever. No, they're going to reappear in your life until you heal the aspects from them. But I honestly prefer to do that than to heal it with them. Because I've heard some people say, like, why would you change partners? Why would you change jobs? Why would you change places if you can just heal it there and be happy there? Yes, that is an option, but in my opinion, that's extremely, extremely hard because that person cannot change. You know, like if you have the freedom to change and leave the people, leave the job, leave the place, because now you have clarity of what you want. It's like imagine creating like a pizza and someone created a chicken pizza, you know, with chicken, whatever. And then someone else said, like, okay, you can fix it, just remove it, just remove the cheese and make it a vegetarian. Yes, okay, we can clean it as much as we can so it doesn't smell like chicken, so it doesn't have the energy for a vegetarian, you know, because it affects their energy, their mood. We can do that. And then we can keep like just reorganizing this already made pizza so it can be the pizza that you just keep changing your mind up. And anyway, this is how it is. Like if you keep staying with the same people and trying to change them and heal, they will change and they will heal. But at the end, I believe just start over, order a new pizza that's perfect because now you have clarity on what you want. You've healed. You're not going to attract the same pizza. You're not going to attract the same partner, the same friends, the same job. So I just keep changing, honestly. Like it's like everything was a trial and error for me. Like friends, work, clients, partners. It's like It's like it's not working for me, so I would end the relationship. I would move and look for new people, new places. And every time it got better and better and better and better and better and better. And I'm like, it's not like I keep repeating the same cycles. It's like I'm better. Like I attracted a better partner in all areas, mental, physically, spiritually, um, career, soul wise. Every time they were better, but like it just wasn't the perfect one, you know? Like there was always something missing, but because I wasn't asking for the perfect man for me. I wasn't asking because I didn't believe that it existed. So same with jobs or with friends. It's like I would always just ask just a little bit more than before. You know, I want them. I remember like 3 or 4 years ago, I wanted my friends to need me. This was my reality. This is what I thought a friend was. Like if they need you, then that's what a friend is, you know? Um, so it's like imagine me asking for people who need me, friends who need me, and then me needing them, and then us needing each other, and that means that we're like good friends, you know, that we're real friends because we're there for each other. You know, we're there for each other when we need each other. Like that was what I was asking like 3 years ago or whatever. And guess what? That's exactly what I got. And after a year, it got so toxic because I only felt needed when they needed me. They only wanted to see me when they needed. They only wanted to hang out with me when they needed me, when they had problems. And I'm like, you know what? I don't want these friends anymore. I don't want these friendships. I know I asked for this, but I don't want this. And I couldn't change them because like that's what I asked. It's really hard to change a person. Yes, they can get better. The more you heal, the more you visualize. Yes, you can do it. I think it's possible, but it's way easier and faster and less stressful and less suffering if you just leave the friendship, because every time you look at them, you're gonna think of the past, you're gonna think of what they did, you're gonna be like you're gonna react, you know. And some people they're born with certain energy. Like if you look at their astrology, human design, they're born to be a certain way, certain personality. Some people they don't have energy. Some people have a lot. Some people they're very emotional. Others are not. So they're just born in that way. So imagine trying to change their blueprint. You can't. So after these friends that I attracted 2 years ago, I'm like, or 3 years ago, I'm like, after a year of feeling like so used. And I'm like, you know what? I don't want these kind of friends anymore. I don't want broken friends. I don't want broken women. I don't want broken people in my life. And guess what? I also cannot be broken. I also cannot ask to be wanted, you know, because obviously I learned, you know, and the more I think about this, it's like the more I connected to my parents always. My parents, I feel like I could only speak to them when I needed something. They were always there when I needed something. If I didn't need anything, it's like, don't bother me. So even if you do leave your parents, they're always going to be there with you, whether you like it or not, because we are literally how do you say, like we are our childhood. We are a masterpiece of our parents, of our grandparents. Like whether we like it or not, we are like we have their DNA, we have their ancestry, we inherited their memories, we inherited their illnesses, we inherited their beliefs. That's the truth. So like it was a hard pill to swallow because I'm like, I'm not my mom, you know, 4 or 5 years ago, but I was behaving like her, I was acting like her, but I was in Spain and on the other side of the country with a very open-minded, educated man, opposite of my father. My father was uneducated, macho man, repressive man, but I was still behaving, acting scared like my mom. So obviously my body has a different memory than my brain. My brain says, I'm a free woman. I can do whatever I want. My body was like, I'm not a free woman. When I'm with a man, I'm repressed and I'm his servant. So there was this connection between my mind and my body that I had to heal, like all these traumas that my body not necessarily that my body went through, but that my mom's body went through, then what my grandma's body went through, my great grandma's, that it all came in this body. So I went through a lot of that healing in my past 2 relationships in Europe. And then through some other dates, because I did date in between after that. And they were always better. Like I said, the men were always better because my standards were always better. My vision was always wider and of what's possible with a relationship with a man, of being treated, of my freedom in a relationship. And now I have the most free relationship of my life. Like the way I've come so far in regards to being a woman in a relationship and with a partner, it's like it just doesn't exist in my lineage, in my ancestry. So yes, I don't speak to my family because like they're never going to work on themselves. Like they could, because I did inspire my siblings, my sisters, to do like self-love, meditations. But if I don't remind them, they don't do it. So, and I protect my energy. Like I'm first. I am first. I have to just keep reminding myself that I'm first. So how do I deal with this? Keep putting yourself first. Keep putting yourself first, even at a distance, because you're going to feel guilty. You're going to start thinking about them. You're going to feel bad. And it's like, well, that's not my problem. Like that's their life. It's their choices. That's the life they chose to live. This is a life that I choose to live, which is different than my parents. I choose to be carefree. I choose to be free. I choose to be happy. I choose to be healthy. I choose to be peaceful. So be selfish, because there's going to be a transition after you cut off your family, of like feeling these emotions of guilt, of sadness, of grief, of happiness, of like we're all connected, so I'm feeling them. And all I gotta say is like the better it gets, the better it gets. And the more selfish you are, the happier you're gonna be. So protect your energy. Like that's all I have to say. Protect your energy against all odds, against all odds, against all statuses, all titles, even if they're called your parents, your siblings, your family, your blood, your roots. If it's affecting your health, cut them off. This is me, okay? I know a lot of people, they cannot do this. My sister is one of them. She cannot leave my family. She loves, like, her dream is my nightmare, and my dream is her nightmare. Literally, I accept her the way she is, and she accepts me the way she is. And I'm not trying to change her, and she's not trying to change me. I did try to change her for the longest time. I'm like, get out of there, go travel, go be free, go explore. And she's like, that's not what I want. I love being with my family. I love being close to them. I love living in Kansas. I love, like, she really loves her life and the people and her family, even though there's a lot of drama and some issues and conflicts and, all these repressed emotions. But I'm here whenever she does want to heal. So I just believe everyone has their own personality and everyone will choose what's best for them. But like, if you want to be a free person like me and you're Sagittarius, but you're like, oh, but like I'm gonna be a bad person for cutting them off. What is it gonna do? Nothing. Like, you only have one life. So it's a matter of just reminding yourself, like, I only have one life. Like, they're not gonna be happy for me. No one is gonna look out for me. No one is gonna protect me. No one cares about my inner child. No one cares about my health. No one cares about my dreams. So I'm going to care about me. I'm going to go after my dreams. I'm going to protect my energy. I'm going to do what's best for me. I'm going to have my back, my own back. I'm going to make my own decisions. I am going to stand up for me. I'm going to decide who I give my energy to and who I don't. And, there's lots of quantum physics. We are the people that we hang out the most amount of time with. Literally, that's a fact. You are the person that you hang out with the most. So if you hang out with toxic people, you're going to be toxic. If you hang out with negative, low frequency, stressful people, you're going to be like them. Like, that's it. Like, and this is a law that I keep in mind at the forefront. It's like, do I want to be like them? No, then I'm not going to be around them. That's it. Like, I don't care about being nice anymore. I left this niceness, I think 2 years ago, 3 years ago, more with strangers, because with strangers, I was like being more open. But stop being nice and start being nice to yourself. Stop being nice to others so you can start being nice to yourself. Every day you need to be nice to yourself first. You need to protect yourself first. You need to stand up for you first. Every day, not just on the weekends, not just on holidays. It's like, oh, this is me time, this is vacation time. No, never have, just like reverse it. Every day is you time, and maybe once every 2 months, it's family time, maybe, or friend time, maybe, if it feels good, if it resonates, if you feel respected, if you feel valuable, if it feels like the right time, if it feels not forced, if it feels fun, if it feels good. But if it doesn't, then don't, like, if you're gonna feel worse meeting up with someone just because of a compromise, because of family ties or friend ties or whatever, like, don't do it. Like, you have more to lose doing that. You have more to lose because you're losing yourself. You're losing the trust of yourself. You're losing your inner child's trust. Like, your inner child is not going to trust you anymore. You're not going to trust yourself, that you can protect you, that you can keep yourself safe. Like, how are you going to accomplish anything if you keep breaking your own rules, if you keep breaking your own trust, if you keep putting everyone first all the time? So it's a journey. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying that once you cut them off, you're going to be free and happy. You will be free and happy, but there's an inner world that you have to work through. There's an inner world that no one sees, only you. And being alone helped me heal this way, way, way faster than if I was connected to my family. Because everyone wants to give you advice, but they have a shitty life. Don't listen to anyone's advice. You listen to your own advice. You listen to your heart, your intuition, and resolve your problems the best way for you. So we're always going to have problems. We're always going to have conflicts. We're always going to be growing, evolving, healing. But you can only do it by listening to you and by taking action. Because a lot of people, they don't take action because they don't want to hurt other people's feelings, because people are going to get mad, angry, jealous. So imagine you delaying this action step to your evolution, your growth, your healing, because it's going to hurt your mom's feeling. Versus if they're not in the picture like me, I'm just going to take action to keep healing because I'm not hurting anyone. But there is something inside of me that I don't like, that is manifesting outside of me and women and men. So I'm going to heal and heal and heal. So the healing never ends. And I mean, I would never be the version that I am now. So assertive, so independent, so happy, so risk taker, so authentic if I was with my family, because I make a lot of women jealous. I didn't know this until like I got more confident and more extrovert and more like just making myself happy. Like, women are so jealous. And now I'm like at the point where like I am manifesting friendships, but like if they have a lot of jealousy or some jealousy, it's like they're out. I don't want these men or women in my life. I want men and women who are, obviously I can only attract the people who are at my frequency and my level. So I have to work more at it, just I've been healing a lot of these feminine shadows still, but like I've been healing them for like 2 years, like consciously, because we do heal all the time, but a lot of times it's unconscious. We have conflicts, we have accidents because we didn't want to do the healing. So the universe pushes us to do the healing through conflicts, through accidents, through problems, through fights, versus just going in there on your own without the universe pushing you to grow. It's like, you know what? I don't like this person that I attracted. I'm going to do the inner work and I'm going to heal, because I don't want to attract these kind of people. I want to attract better because I deserve better. So you heal. You heal, you take responsibility. And then when someone better comes into your life, women or men, it's because you're also a better version of yourself. You also are vibrating at a higher frequency. You've healed that aspect of your mom's side. You've healed that aspect of your father's side. So give yourself a pat in the back and keep going. Don't be scared to be alone. I feel like probably this is the real answer. Don't be scared to be alone. I think this is why most people are still in toxic families. They don't cut ties because they're scared to be alone. But really look at all the freedom that you get to have, explore, make choices, heal. Okay, guys, I gotta go now. I'm gonna go on a little adventure, but let me know what you thought. Let me know in the comments below what other videos you guys want me to make of. And thank you for asking this beautiful question, Maria. Bye.